In the Ozarks, some names are remembered not for what they built, but for the trouble that followed them. This is the story of Zeb Fleetwood, a young man born into a family feud, a hard life, and a place where violence often felt unavoidable. Zeb Fleetwood was born on June 18, 1907, in Douglas County, Missouri. He was the oldest of 7 children born to Hiram or Kell Fleetwood and Lula Hammonds Fleetwood. At the time of Zeb's birth, Kell was 24 years old and Lula was just 17. Zeb first appears in the 1910 census at 2 years old, living with his family in Brown Township, Douglas County. His mother had already given birth to another child, a daughter who was 9 months old. Kell was operating his own farm while also hiring himself out to help neighboring farms. By 1920, the Fleetwood family had grown with the addition of several more children. They were still living in the same area, and Kell continued farming. As I continued researching the family, newspaper articles began to paint a rough picture of the Fleetwoods. Zeb's first recorded arrest came at just 14 years old. Zeb was arrested alongside his father Kell and a man named Jack Stout for robbing a store at Vera Cruz. The store owner reported that around $200 worth of goods, roughly $6,000 in today's money, had been stolen. The men had a preliminary hearing, but no further information appeared in the paper. Zeb's father, Kell Fleetwood, continued to appear in the newspapers for charges related to selling liquor. This was during Prohibition when alcohol was banned nationwide, and he also had additional charges for carrying a concealed weapon. In 1925, the local community held its annual picnic at Brown's Cave, a site named after Thomas Brown, a preacher who once lived in the cave and later held church services there. While a picnic at a cave sounds harmless, newspaper coverage described the event as something closer to an annual brawl, something the community seemed to expect. During that year's picnic, Covis Moss was slashed across the abdomen and arm by Everett Irby, who was reportedly using brass knuckles and attacked him. The article also stated that Zeb's father Kell and a man named Don Souter had staged a battle, with Kell taking a severe beating. Law enforcement confiscated a knife and brass knuckles from Kell, who was 41 at the time. Another man, Rufus Morgan, attempted to slash an officer with a knife and was arrested. The following day, officers returned to the Brown Cave area with multiple warrants to round up others involved in the disturbances. This wasn't the first time I've seen Ozarks community gatherings turn violent in old newspaper accounts. On July 22, 1928, 20-year-old Zeb married 15-year-old Eula Mae Curtis. After marriage, the couple lived around the Rockbridge area. Just 6 months later, in January of 1929, Zeb and Kell were once again in trouble with the law. Acting on a search warrant related to the theft of 37 hogs from a neighbor, the sheriff searched their homes and confiscated large amounts of meat. The article stated that some of the meat had been hidden between the ceiling and the siding of Kell's house, and the ceiling had been carefully nailed back into place and partially papered over. Zeb and Kell were both arrested that night. 1 month later, Eula, still only 15, gave birth to their first child, a daughter named Bessie Marie. She was born just 7 months after Zeb and Eula married, suggesting either a premature birth or that Eula was already pregnant at the time of the wedding. Eventually, Zeb's charges related to the hog theft were dropped, while Kell continued fighting the case for several years before also being released. In 1930, Zeb was arrested again, this time in connection with the robbery of his own grandparents, Ty and Eleanor Fleetwood. Their home had been broken into, and the elderly couple were reportedly treated roughly and left tied to their bed. Word had spread through the community that Ty Fleetwood had $600 hidden in his home, but he had sent the money to the bank just 2 days before the robbery. Once again, Zeb appears to have been released, with another individual ultimately taking responsibility. Just 3 months after this arrest, Eula gave birth to another daughter, Betty Jean. Zeb stayed out of the newspapers for the remainder of 1930. Then, in early 1932, news of his death appeared. On March 3rd, 1932, Zeb Fleetwood was shot and killed with a shotgun by Bert Powell. As with many stories like this, trouble had been brewing long before the shooting, tied to the long-standing Alsop-Fleetwood family feud. This feud between the families reportedly began during the Civil War era, and one article claimed it had taken as many as 200 lives over 50 years. That's an astonishing number, even compared to the famous Hatfield-McCoy feud. Bert Powell was connected to the Alsop family through marriage. 3 weeks before Zeb was killed, officers attempted to arrest Kel Fleetwood once again for selling liquor. Kel hid and then tried to flee through the back of a building, but Bert Powell caught him and prevented his escape. Officers later stated that Kel was bitter about this and threatened to get even with Bert while being taken to jail. Kel was released on bond only a few days later. Not long after this happened, a barn on a neighbor's farm burned to the ground, killing several of Bert Powell's mules. Zeb Fleetwood was suspected of being involved. According to Bert's account, he encountered Zeb in the woods near his home and asked him if he had anything to do with the fire. Zeb denied it. After more words were exchanged, Bert claimed that as he turned away, Zeb reached for his shotgun. Bert said he just beat him to it and fired one shot. Zeb was only 24 years old when he died. He was buried in Yates Cemetery in Douglas County, Missouri. One very interesting photograph I found on his Ancestry page is labeled Betty and Ressie at Zeb's funeral. The cemetery looks very different today. In this photo, you can see older graves surrounded by heavy weeds and what appears to be a memory box placed on Zeb's grave. 1 year later, Bert Powell was found not guilty of Zeb's murder on the grounds of self-defense. After Zeb's death, Eula went on to marry at least 2 more times, and she had at least 8 more children. She lived a long life, passing away in 2003 at the age of 90. She is buried in Rest Haven Memorial Park Cemetery in Kay County, Oklahoma. Stories like Zeb's remind us that history isn't always neat or heroic. Sometimes it's messy, violent, and deeply human. Preserving these graves helps ensure those lives aren't forgotten. My family tree showed that my husband is related to Zeb's wife, Eula. She is his 6th cousin, 5 times removed. Thank you for watching and for helping keep Ozarks history alive. Rest in peace, Zeb.